Hello, everybody. Welcome back again. It's your boy Drongo Karis of the Black Bulls Night Squad at Twitch.tv or Raven Sun at TikTok. And here we are with a matchup of me playing Gammamon on the right against, uh, we're just going to call it Salamon control combo. I don't know. It's a purple yellow control deck and it has like 3 or 4 different boss monsters in it. So we decided as a goof, Salamon. Salamon's the boss monster. I don't know. Anyways, it was a pretty good matchup all around. It was pretty brutal, very one-sided, but it did feel fun. I didn't feel like the one-sidedness was impossible. I just felt like it was very long and drawn out. It was a very tense match, very frustrating match. Alex seemed pretty irritated with me throughout the whole match. I don't know if that was just because he was tired or something was on his mind, but he did seem pretty irritated. So I don't know if like what was going on there. But anyways, it was a fun match in the end. He did 2-0 me, so there's that. It was very cool. The Ophanimon play, which I expected, and then like Death X being dropped on me and stuff was kind of like, oh man, I don't know what to do here. The only thing that sucks about my deck is a lot of deletion abilities and stuff, and hitting a Ophanimon with deletion just kind of helps them reset their board state once more. So it's a little frustrating to figure out how to get around plays like that. Aside from that, I was trying really hard, and I was hitting his security pretty hard every time I got a chance. It just wasn't enough in the end. We need more Gammamon support. We also need a level 5 and a level 6 Gammamon card. Like, there's just no getting away from that. I'm sorry, but Bandai's just going to have to suck it up and give it to us already. Um, it, this is going to continue to be a bit of a frustrating issue until we get them. Um, I'd say in the future they should release sets that will give us level 4s that have inheritable abilities, at level 5s, and maybe even level 6s. I guess I could see them stopping off at level 6s as long as they have 8,000 and more power each. That way they'll be able to deal with a lot of the cards that like Kongu and such that say, oh, if your costs this much or less, or if you have this much or less power, we need more cards that basically look at those cards and say, well, you would have gotten Beetle Gammamon, Chaos Gammamon in them, but I'm bigger than that. So it would be nice if we could hit stuff like that. Dropped a card there on the floor and had to fish it up. But yeah, my biggest issues right now in the meta playing Gammamon is going up against things like Death X and Kongu. Um, and even a couple other cards, but those are the two big ones, really. Other decks I can manage around. It's just I gotta outrun them. That's really the only secret involved. So there is that. But all in all, again, like I said, it was a good match. I just feel like he was super irritated the whole time. So I was making misplays and I was picking up the wrong cards and everything. And I was like, ah, man, like calm down. Like I don't know why you're so mad. I don't get it. But then again, he was pretty exhausted. So I would say that's probably what did it. Outside of that, uh, the one thing that I noticed that came to my rescue a lot was Crimson Blaze as usual, but also Gaia Force being able to just hit any Digimon at once was super helpful. I was very happy with how it played. That's game 1. Alright, here at game 2, things went a lot smoother this time around. We was able to I was able to pull off more plays, more effects. What ended up happening though was when he drops Avenge Kid, that's when he just took the game away from me at that point, and I basically got shut out. Sadly though, if he had not played the Avenge Kid, I think I could have pulled out of a win and gotten 2-1, or even maybe he made a huge comeback and potentially won. Who knows? Only the infinite beyond at this point, but it was pretty cool. The Avenge Kid was definitely a play. We even poked jokes here a little bit at each other, although he seemed a little frustrated with me. I was like, "Oh, come on, man! I'm just trying to goof off with you. You seem so tense." But so ultimately was This last match here was crazy long, a little bit difficult. Even honestly trying our patience back and forth, because our decks were just like, here's this card that will ruin your opponent's strategy, and then like the opposite side of the field was saying the same thing back, and it was just back forth, back forth, back forth like that. Um, in the end, though, like I said, he did walk away with the win, uh, and it was pretty cool. Ultimately, this deck he played was like so crazy. Like I was trying to figure out what to do and how to interact with it, but it was by the time I realized what I needed to do, it was already too late and the win was declared. Um, so ultimately, a little bit frustrating to fight my way through this. The TK play is pretty cool though. I like that. Just the TK's boosting his guys, even though I was trying to reduce them, was kind of making a difference. Um, my biggest problem with the heroes right now is that the promo hero says that you have to have a Gammamon under as a Digivolution card. It doesn't say a Gammamon and or a Gammamon under Digivolution. Um, I kind of wish it said that it doesn't matter. That way I could just hard drop a 5 and then swing it the next turn and suspend and crack an extra security. Who knows? Maybe the next hero we get will be similar with better effects. I don't know. But yeah, this is it here. He's counting out graves to get his free cast Avenge Kid. Um, and it's not ready yet, so he goes ahead and just eliminates field first. And right now, the Kaus Gammamon is managing to keep me in the game, but only for a moment longer. I'm pretty sure the next time I swing it, or the one after that, it gets killed. So yeah, kind of sucks, but you know that's the name of the game, right? You have good moments, you have bad moments. It's just how it is. So swung it in, made it into a 8,000 just to give it a little extra pump, um, and then drop a Gammamon on the board, and there we go. It seems like when I play against security control, my best option here is to just drop my guys wide. Don't try to build the ladder in the back row only. Throw out as many of my 5 drops as wide as I can. Remove their targeting abilities. However, that kind of play has a bad backfire in the meta right now because Death Xmon is still a thing. And that's the reason why I say we need level 5s and 6s in Gammamon, and Jellymon and Goromon. So we need to have them because it's just too important to have big, beefy guys on the board to keep you alive. It's a great deck. Don't get me wrong. I still love playing it, and I'll continue to play it. But it definitely needs some new cards, some new support, which we do get in BT10. I'm happy about that. I thought they came out in BT11, by the way. I didn't realize they came out in BT10. So I'm kind of happy about that too. So I'll be playing Ragnar Lordmon for a minute, just to take a little break from Gammamon while I do my research, retweak the deck, fix it up. Don't worry, I will throw up a deck profile for it though, almost immediately. That way I can get the older deck profiles down, and then I'll go ahead and get a Ragnar Lordmon deck profile up, and so on and so forth. So I'll be looking forward to those in the near future. But for now, we're going to focus on strengths and weaknesses. Some of my bigger issues in the game is dealing with the Magna Angemon play. I'm sorry, but this card it's never going away and it's never going down in price unless Bandai does something about the card. I'm sorry, but they can change the decks all they want and they can hit certain cards all they want. But until they actually start limiting this over unnecessary recovery play every turn, it's just going to continue to be a thing. Security control will always reign supreme. Now, granted, there are some cards right now that do say you're not allowed to recover, and those are annoying to security control because they have to play cards that pass up their turn to get rid of those cards to then turn around and try to heal, but it slows them down, and that's kind of good. But ultimately, security control is just going to continue to reign supreme if they don't. And the Avenged Kid mod's dumb. Like, being able to just put all these cards on the bottom of my deck is like, no! And then all of the ones you pick go on top of your deck. It's like, wow. So you just utterly screw me while you utterly set up your field to win. It's kind of cheap. Although I did like the card and I thought about playing it. It just I never got around to building that deck. But yeah, so he drops this. I managed to clean up the field and then try to buy myself an extra turn, but it just doesn't happen. His deck is just so fast at recovering, bringing out dudes and just like going crazy with them. There's the spiral, the Crimson, setting up everything, and then he's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna just neg three both your guys." I'm like, "Wow, okay, that sucks." I was like, "Well, I guess just Guy Force then, since that's all I can do." Which he just brings out a main coup, and sorry about the yawn. He brings out a main coup and just nukes my field, and I'm like, I gotta to do something now, and I'm sitting there just like brainstorming ideas, and then he cracks the last security, and then immediately recovers, and at that point it's just gross. I'm just screwed. You can see here I'm putting tamer jumpers on top of my regular Digimon, and I was like, yeah, this is hurting me. I can't make progress here. And when I hit his ability to recover, I was like, okay, that sucks. And he's just like, all right, you're on a 1 turn clock, go. I was like, I'm gonna try and get through as fast as I can. Hopefully I can. We will figure it out. Go ahead and swing. Salamon big enough, kills my dude. I was like, God, man, that sucks. Alright, and then here comes the wind up. Dropped Chaos Gammamon, I believe, there. And then I was like, okay, if I can just make him get through somehow with the boost, I'll be able to do this. I hit a Flame Scythe, and I was like, well, that's game. Because you're going to recover 1, and now you have 2 attackers. So even if I do hit your field, I literally cannot. I was like, yeah, here's my double Guy Force, you win. And yep, that was basically the end of game 2 there, just how it went. But it was a fun match. Thank you again, Alex.
Digital monsters, Digimon are the champions. Digimon, digital monsters, Digimon are the champions. Change.